startup I work for just announced that we raised $4.3 million and we're now valued at close to $25 million. My mom asked me, why Maximus, haven't you retired me yet? And mom, I think this video is gonna help explain that. So when you join an early stage startup, you usually get equity. The equity is just a piece of the company essentially. But what people don't really understand is how equity actually works. So normally when you join an early stage startup, you're gonna take a pay cut because the capital that the startup has at that point in time is so valuable that they're willing to trade part of the company equity for a reduction in your salary. So for me, I definitely took a pay cut, but I believe so deeply in our purpose. Like I believe it's God's purpose in my life to pursue this mission. So if I have equity, does that mean that I am rich? Not necessarily. So when you join a startup, you don't just get 5% of the company. By the way, 5% is a lot of a company, especially when it's valued at 25 million or 100 million or 500 million or a billion. The percentages are going to be very small, and honestly, I wouldn't really worry about that. I would think about options. Now, options are essentially a contract saying that you can buy X% of the company for X dollars, usually very, very cheap. So let's say there's 1 million shares in a company and I get 10,000 options. So I could buy 10,000 shares. Now what options do is they give me the choice to buy a share or not. Usually if you work for a startup, you believe in it and you believe the value of these shares is going to keep going up and up and up. So it's in your best interest to buy these options as soon as you can. But there is a problem here. And that is, you don't get the access to these options straight away. It's usually what we call a cliff. Now a cliff is basically saying, if you get 10,000 options, you can only start redeeming them after a year. And that's what we call a year cliff, and it's probably the most common arrangement in startups. Now the way that it works is, at every year after that cliff, you get 25% of your options. That's just a standard contract. Some startups are gonna do it different and it's gonna look slightly different for everyone. So at the end of year 1, I get 25% of those 10,000 options. At the end of year 2, I get another 25%. So I get 5,000. And usually, if you're doing good work at a startup, they can reward you with more options, and those options will have the same contract. Let's say you get another 10,000 options and you're 2 years in, so at this stage you have 5,000 options, then you can redeem those later on after your 1 year cliff again. This is just an incentive for people to stay at startups for a long period of time. So if I have bought some shares already, because I've been working at this company for 2 years now, why am I not retiring my mom? Great question, mom. That is because you can only sell these shares at what we call a secondary event or an IPO. An IPO is an initial public offering. It's when the company goes public, so anyone can buy shares. A secondary event is a bit complicated, so we won't really cover that, but it's at different times people may offer to buy your shares. This normally happens way down the track. So let's say 5-10 years from now, I'll be able to sell some of my shares if I want to. I probably won't, because I believe that our company is going to be the biggest education company in the world, and my shares are only going to keep increasing in value. So I hope that makes sense, mom. I will be retiring you soon, hopefully.